All right, I was going to do a little bit on Mr. Nathaniel. All right. But he took his little videos down on the assault, so I can't go over them. Anyway, I'll answer a few comments-ish kind of things. First thing I want to point out was that when I recorded this video this morning, nobody ever looks in the description. The ADA's website was down, so I had to rely on memory from way back when. But I think I was still pretty good. There are two questions that you can ask, one of which, is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? And number two, what work or task has the dog been trained to perform? I don't know if Mr. Hemming answered those, but the dog does have to actually be trained to perform some sort of a work or task or something. So there you go. I do find it interesting. Number one, while Mr. Hemming is a disgusting blob, apparently at the end of December in 2017, he was still all right with working with registered sex offenders. I believe Mr. Robert West is a child molester. So I wonder if he is a very consistent person. I don't think he is. Well, he consistently eats too much, I guess. Then we have Josh Baker, wink, who points out that sometimes this is on, all the remaining ones of these are going to be on my audit video. I'm a good-looking dude. He says, sometimes it isn't just nothing happening on the way to work while taking pictures of yourself in the sky. Sometimes you have to commit all sorts of ass-hat-ery and curse and create a scene and pee in public to get people to ask why you are taking pictures. At that point, they're not interested in why you're taking pictures, sir. They're interested in why you're committing all sorts of ass-hattery and cursing and creating a scene and peeing in public. This goes back to the whole thing. They're not stopping you from filming if they're arresting you for trespassing or if they're arresting you for disturbing the peace. That's my point that I've been trying to make, is that you can film without problems if you're not doing these things. Mr. Josh Baker, wink, again goes on. He's very active, Mr. Baker. He's very, very upset that I'm denigrating the amazing profession of auditing. He says self-vlogging on the way to work and sitting down on the job. I'm a lawyer. I spend 99% of my time sitting down when I'm on the job. The other 0.1% or 1%, the other 1%, I'm bad at math, is when I'm actually walking into or out of a meeting. They think you are Bluetoothing. These are called wires. This is a wired headset. I'm a poor boy. I don't have Bluetooth. But I understand the difference between a regular headset and Bluetooth. They still don't want to mess with the crazy guy that they think is the records guy / lawyer who we see working here a lot of times. I'm not crazy. That's why they didn't bother me. I was a normal person doing normal things. And they could look at me and say, that's a normal person doing a normal thing. I don't need to ask him what he's doing. I know exactly what he's doing. That's why the cops walked past me. There was not just the police officer on the motorbike. There were a couple of sheriff's deputies who walked past me. There were employees of the prison or the jail, I'm not sure, or the correctional facility or the minimum security jail, I'm not sure which, walked past me twice because they were doing rounds. They were walking rounds for their health. They didn't look at me twice. They didn't look at me funny because I was a normal person doing a normal activity, and they could instantly look at me and see exactly what I was doing. They didn't have to interact with me. That's how I could film in that in that post office because the guy looked at me. He's like, "Hey, Thor, I know what you're doing. You're looking at stuff that's interesting and neat." It's amazing how it works. It doesn't look like you're trying to video public officials in their public capacity. I wasn't, because it's boring to videotape secretaries and the guys, the sheriff's deputies who work at the metal detector on the way into the court. I've talked to them. I mean, they're nice fellas. One of them's going to retire up to Idaho because they've got good elk hunting up there. And his buddy was terribly concerned that, you know, just wait till winter. You can't hunt elk all year. Wait till winter. I don't know. Idaho seems a lovely place. I don't think I'd mind going there. But anyway, it's not exciting watching people sign papers and read things and respond to emails. I don't know what you want. Now, if you're talking about like filming the police when they're on a call in the course of their business as a witness in a witness capacity, or as the suspect filming the police interacting with you, 100%, absolutely. And I don't get stopped, but if I do, you know, I want that right to record it if I think about it. If it takes long enough, if they hand me stickers, I'm sorry, but I'm just happy I'm getting stickers because they're stickers, dude. Then we have Jay Hutch. I saw a personal vlog. What happened to the audit? Was I not doing it right? I was in the same place where auditors go, filming. Was that not doing it right, Jay Hutch? Mr. Green breaks it down for me. Maybe it's not illegal to be an asshat, but it's a valid point. Maybe more an appearance than anything else. And you are facing the camera to yourself and not the building. You're not doing an actual, you have to point the camera at a building to do an actual audit. I mean, you've seen the video. I have videoed it in other videos that I have not marked as First Amendment audits. It's a lovely building, but you really want to watch, what is it, roughly 20 minutes of a building? It doesn't do anything. It doesn't transform into a cool robot that goes around smashing Tokyo. And you're not an auditor or anything. The lovely thing is, the fun part of this is that people can't say I'm not an auditor. You don't know you're not an auditor. Yeah, now what, buddy? Yeah. Then there's Dixie Rebel. Dixie Rebel is my first fight me in real life. I don't entirely know how to feel about that. I find it hilarious. What's his name? Tucson Please Suck. He's also in the comments in whatever video I pinned it up on. He's also in the comments. Oh, I've challenged any police officer to fight me. Step in the ring, MMA, and fight me. You know, there's always someone who could beat you up. Always. I don't care if you're 6'8". We've all seen the UFCs, the early UFCs where little guys beat up big dudes. I mean, come on. You're a big boy, Took, but you're old. You're stiff. I could see it. You got that big old pot belly. You don't got a gas tank on you, and you smoke pot all day long. Be thankful that the police are being kind to you and not stepping into the ring. But no, I am not a fighter. I'm a lawyer. You're not gonna fight me. I do love that I have the best trolls on the internet in my comments, though. I still love you, Johnny, and one day you'll come around. And all the other trolls, just remember, I loved you before you loved me. I am very welcome to all the trolls. You're all more than welcome to come here. My trolls are the best trolls. Last and certainly the least, we have a racist, folks. So, nah, the system ain't broken, says the white lawyer. I'm convinced. I wasn't born a lawyer. You may have noticed that. I worked full time all the way through school. You may have noticed that. I had to study to pass the bar. You may have noticed that. None of it had anything to do with the color of my skin. So I'm not entirely sure why you want to bring race into the mix. Alzheimer's sucks. But I assure you I gained no advantage from my skin. My skin did not pass any of my classes. My skin did not sit and study for the tests. Unless you're suggesting that being white makes me smarter, you wouldn't do that, would you? Well, you never know what a racist is thinking. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.